to keep that thing driving good on the entry, but it can also create a lot of heat and sometimes some problems.
Drivers coming down pit road to check pit road speed. Today's race, 312 laps, same as the number.
Okay, what color is the little button on the Belkin?
Stages 60, 125, 127, 45 miles an hour on pit road, plus 05.
Okay, press the little button one time.
Just under 90 laps on the fuel window.
Alright. What's on the screen here?
Track temp starts out at 112 degrees. That and the ambient temperature will climb. Last year here in the fall, there were tire issues, and we had 3 drivers with tire issues in practice yesterday.
Still nothing on your screen?
Low pressures, excessive camber, a lot of different things can affect those Goodyears.
Alright, move that
this is not a Goodyear problem. This
connector
is the
that
team
you
pushing the
moved,
limits to
move
try to
it
get
back
the
over
most
to
out
the
of that
edge.
tire. So they will do that again today. It's hot. They're going to lower the air. They're going to put as much camber in them as possible. So be interested to see who has the first issue.
Okay.
The restart zone here is in turn number 4. And the racing surface, well, it's paved all the way down to the inside wall. And that dogleg creates a very interesting challenge for the drivers, especially on restarts.
Well, and it's also going to go right back into the same conversation that we had about tires. When you hit that apron, it feels like somebody's hitting you in the tailbone with a hammer as hard as that car hits the ground. Very unique to have that restart zone in the corner. Can sometimes lead to some wheel spin. Hard to anticipate when those guys are going, but when you get to the start-finish line, you got to hang
just
a
type something on your
Don't forget
keyboard
about
right now?
this. Record was broke last week by this man, Tyler Reddick and company. Right, put Michael Jordan back in victory lane for the first 3 races of the season. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and they're all chasing after him. Starting 8th.
Remember, Hocevar to the rear, put alternator trouble.
There we go.
Everybody else on the inside lane moves up the road. Here they come out of turn number 4.
Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at
Phoenix Raceway.
Alright, boo, cool.
Way down on the
I'm not sure if it's the monitor or not.
gain a position, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Now out in front of the leaders, Zane Smith, in addition to having to start at the rear for unapproved adjustments, also had to do a pass-through penalty under green
To me, it's acting like it's the
so he'll be in
monitor.
danger of perhaps going a lap down to Joey Logano here.
You may have to get with your supervisor and see if they can get you another monitor.
By the way, Daniel Suarez in that Spire Motorsports car unloaded fast and is hanging.
Who's your supervisor?
They are working hard door to door.
Man, what a great qualifying effort by
Okay.
Suarez.
Parcells still
You see him on
in the
fire
store.
for William Byron on the inside right there. But we expect William Byron to be a contender along with that car right behind him, Ryan Blaney.
He won't go away.
Lewis Scott.
And every lap they do, they see move up.
Yeah,
and
that's
open the
that's
door
your
for Blaney.
that's your
Trying to move him up
supervisor,
the
this
racetrack, but
manager.
Suarez will not go away. Every lap they do that, it slows him down and gives
I
somebody else
didn't
an
know Lewis had
opportunity.
taken
And that
over
is
the
Blaney.
store.
Reddick, the black car, trying to here.
But call him and let him know.
5 cars in a very tight pile here. And they're
Okay.
joined
Well,
by another
whoever it is, give him a holler and let him
Yeah, we
know.
haven't talked much about
You
Denny
probably
Hamlin,
need
but he
another
absolutely
monitor.
dominated this race last year. It's been really
All right.
quiet
All right.
on the driver's side for Denny Hamlin and what we expect him to do. But on the ownership side, it's been really good.
Kevin, you told us and you asked Logano. We heard Logano tell us that that outside would open up, and it's on display right there with Reddick rolling right around the 24.
Yeah, and you see this on board with this box discount furniture camera on board of Denny Hamlin. He's able to get through the center of the corner. You got to be able to turn the car at the end of the first third of the corner to be able to get through that center of the corner. And these guys are going to have a lot of options on this end of the racetrack down here in 1 and 2. You heard Joey Logano refer to it to start the race about this track really widening out. On a hot day like this, at this particular racetrack, you've got to have a versatile car because you can't just ride right behind them in one line.
Now Carson Hocevar, we mentioned, had to start in the rear because of that alternator change. He's picked up 8 spots already. He had qualified 7th. And there's that 77 headed back toward the front.
Now that makes for a long day. He had a great qualifying effort as his Spire teammates did as well. But when you put that car in the back of the pack, it takes that opportunity to probably score stage points in the first stage. We talk so much about points. As you see the 41 car of Cole Custer lock that left front tire.
Where's
Easy to do
Blaney
right
at?
there.
Oh, there he is. In
Kevin,
fourth.
I heard you say you have to have a first.
Logano's leading, Blaney's in fourth.
You can't go through them. You got to go around them. Go where they're not.
Cindric's
You're running
in
that outside
third.
versus the bottom. Walk us through what it takes driving-wise behind the wheel to drive that different line.
Well, when you're going to run the top line here, you have to still drive the car into the corner, and it's a really unique situation because in these cars, the bottom or the top, you transfer from the brake. As soon as you get off the brake, you don't want to have any time between when you touch the throttle. So a lot of partial throttle. You adjust that from the bottom of the racetrack to the top, and how far you carry that. Larry?
Yeah, I've been watching these guys shifting, and they're going between third and fourth, and now that the pace has slowed down, what Kyle Larson is doing, he is staying in third gear off the turn 2 down the back straightaway where Logano and Cindric are actually going to high. Larson is staying in third all the way down the back straightaway through 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's actually from 4th to 5th right there.
And
For me, I always like to leave it in 4th gear down the back straightaway because it kept me from overdriving the corner. See right there, Larson left it in 4th gear that lap. If you leave it in 5th gear, I always thought that it made the car tighter getting in the corner, and you were harder on those front tires. So as they go from new tires and get more laps on these tires, you'll start seeing more and more of them leave it in 4th gear.
Well, they better find a better gear because this 12 car is in high gear. That thing is flying, guys. Blaney on the move.
Yeah, and when you get a little gap in between cars, you're going to see a lot of guys make up lap time
Cindric's
until they
after
catch
him.
somebody to a certain distance. But Blaney's notorious for being able to turn the center of the corner
there we go.
and make better lap
Cindric to
time on
second.
these long runs.
Big weekend for Roger Penske. He was the keynote speaker at a big dinner Friday night to raise several $100,000 for
Logano,
Phoenix.
Cindric.
And all the Penske IndyCar and
Blaney
NASCAR
needs to
teams
get it
were
down.
all honored at the 60th anniversary of Team Penske celebration last night. All that happening.
Oh, Blaney got him. Blaney, oh, look at there. Penske, 1, 2, 3.
Roger must be smiling now. He's
Logano,
at the top 3
Cindric,
spots.
and
Logano,
Blaney.
Cindric, Blaney, with Larson Chevy in